Hello. Okay, so if you've come to this point in the tutorial, you should already have made your lanyard knot here on the end. From the video I gave you, I thought that was a pretty easy tutorial with the paper. It helped a lot. Now I'm going to show you how to weave or stitch or tie, whatever you want to call it, the main part of the lanyard. I've seen it called a sinnet chain, a sinnet knot, but then I've seen it called other things. I'm not really sure what it's called. I just call it a quick release knot. So this is what you're going to do is, I had a bigger carabiner, but I misplaced it within the past 5 minutes and can't find it. So it's going to end up like this when you're done off the end, so you can open this up here. But for the sake of this video and for ease, and when you do this, I put it like this. It's just easier to have more space to work with there. And I apologize, it looks like my camera is going in and out of focus for some reason. But what you want to do is you want to have this coming through and over, and then you want each of your ends coming off to the right and the left. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to make a loop, okay? And that loop is going to go over the top. So you have like this, okay? And then you're going to make another loop. And this loop is going to go down through, and then it's going to pop out the bottom. Okay, so this part's a little bit weird. It's going to be loose at first until you get it going. So then this, instead of going down through the top like we just did on the other side, we made a loop. And we're going to come up this way. And then I'm going to pull this. Okay, so you want to try to keep this tight as possible. And then we're kind of back how we started at the beginning. So this is, I made a loop and it's going over the top. So every time you're on the left, you make a loop and you go down through the top. And then you pull this to pull it tight. And then now this is over here again. So this one, you're going to go up. So every time you're on the right, you go up through the loop. You pull it over so it's resting over the top. And then you can pull that to pull it tight. And so what I did when I was doing it, in my literally in my head, I was going down and up. And I just kept repeating that until I was finished. So you want to try to keep this as tight as possible. It is a little bit difficult when you start. It might take you a while to get started, but that's okay. You just kind of have to, you may have to do a few of these and then stop and really tighten all three of them before you get it to look like this. I kind of got lucky with this one. But you pull it through, and then see how we have this loop here? We want that to go away, so we just pull this. Alright, so let me finish this up here for you. Okay, so I've gotten about as far as I can go. And so you have your first layer. So what I'm going to do is I am going to flip this over. Actually, let me do one more here really fast, because I feel like there was some extra space up there. So you have it, you've been working like this. Well, now I'm going to flip it over. Okay, and I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to move this over here. Okay, so now it's kind of like what we had before. This is coming over. So since it's over here, do the same thing as we were doing before. You go down on the left, you pull. Now that's on the right, you come up. You come up through, and you pull. Okay, and then down. So basically we're doing the exact same thing as we were doing before. It's just going over our original stitch. Okay, so you just keep doing that. And you guys know this drill. You should have this stitched down by now, so you just keep going, and it kind of falls naturally. You'll see when I'm done. Okay, so I think I've gone about as far as I can go now, okay? So we are going to do one more stitch like we would, so you bring it up. This time you're going to pull it all the way through. And then just pull it tight. And then, let's see, it's kind of awkward. What I did, I don't think there's really a right or a wrong way to tie it off. But what I did was I kind of loosened this end up here, and I brought this down through here so that these are kind of next to each other a little bit. And you don't want it to be super hard to undo, so you can take this one, this one, this one, whatever you think is best and going to be easiest for you to undo later, and you literally just stick it in there. Oops, sorry, just completely bumped my tripod here. So take that down through there, and I would actually probably do it one more time. Oh man, I think it's harder to get this in than it is to get out. So I would probably do this one more time through another row just to make it a little bit stiffer and hold more. And then you would cut this off and you would burn it. And I did flip this up. So then you just need to twist it a little bit, and you have your Paracord quick release lanyard. So to release it, what you're going to do is you're just going to end up pulling these back out, and it'll be a lot faster because these won't be as long. And then you're going to have to remember that you have that one loop over here. So just pull that out, and then you go like this. Release it. So that takes out the first row and then the second row. And you do end up still having your lanyard knot, but I think if you are actually going to use this, if it's not an emergency, you'll have time to untie this. It won't take too long. If it is an emergency, you probably aren't going to care too much about that. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and thanks for watching.